So it's been a little busy night down here at the cattle company. So when I came out earlier, I got here and there's already a calf on the ground. It was actually up and trying to nurse out in the yard. So I carried it inside quick. It was pretty, all the fluid and stuff that was on it was pretty froze on there, so it looked pretty chilled, but it was trying to nurse, so I went ahead and just put it in a pen with the mother so that it could nurse, and it did, which is good because that's what you like to see right away. But so then I came back about 2 hours later and it was laying down. It looked pretty cold and it's pretty wet still. So we got this thing. We call it basically the hot box, but what you do is there's a heater in the bottom of it, and then there's plastic grates. And so you take the calf and you put it inside there and plug it in, and what it does is basically it helps the calf to warm up and dry off. Typically you don't have to do it. You know, we'll do it like right away if the calf looks like it hasn't gotten up and it's real cold and shivering. We'll put it in there for like an hour or two. I don't like to leave it in there real long because I think it gets a little dehydrated, but it warms up. But a calf like this that I know is already nursed, you know, I'll leave in there for a little bit and then kick him back in with his mother. So just to give him a good start, because it's pretty important, obviously, because the calf's just been born. But so it's one of the tools that we use out here to help keep them alive. Works pretty good, actually. What they used to do is if a calf was real cold like that, is they'd actually take them and put them in a bathtub of hot water, which is kind of an ordeal because you got to take them all the way down to the house, put them inside, get them in the tub and leave them in there, and then they're in water, so you got to really watch them so that they don't flop down in the water and stuff. But so this way works quite a bit better. The calf seems comfortable in there. Sometimes when you throw them in there right away, they flop around a little bit. But it seems like he's doing well, so I'll leave him in there for maybe another half an hour and kick him back with Mom. I don't think Mom's really too worried about him. She's bellered a little bit, but once I get him back in there, he should be fine. So, alright. We've actually had quite a few today. That was our 5th one. The day is over now. It's Monday morning technically, but we're doing good. Up to 35 calves around there, 35, 36. So long ways to go yet, but now I think the weather's changed a little bit. It's gonna be a little bit warmer during the days, during the daytime. Still cold at night. But I think, you know, quite a bit warmer than it's been, where it's been like below 0 and stuff, which you really gotta keep an close eye on them, because otherwise you'd be putting every calf in this box trying to warm them up, which if you're having multiple ones at one time don't really work. So yeah, I'm gonna stay out here for another half hour or so and check, and I'll be back in the morgue. Alright, bye. I think it's like 8 o'clock, but from about 5 until about 10 minutes ago, 4 of them. So here we got the first one. Getting his first bath. Oh, how cute. And then here we have the second one. Burst around the pen, little one. And then here we have our third one. And then here's the newest one. He's trying to get his first meal. So yeah, busy times out here. I think total today we had 5 after a night of none last night. So that was nice. That was the first night I've had in a while where we haven't had a calf at some point during the night. So we're up to about 55 calves. So we are probably a quarter done. I think we're 2.5 weeks into it about. So probably about another 6 to go if everything goes well. We have lost a few, unfortunately, due to just some complications. One was a set of twins that were both born dead for whatever reason, and then we had 2 other ones that were real weak when they got born, and they were real small. And I know at least probably one of them got stepped on by the mother accidentally when she was in the pen with it. So it's unfortunate, but that's what happens. You deal with life and death out here. Calving season. So you have lots of life, hopefully, and minimize the death. So, okay. I got people emailing me. Oh, it's Scotty Ambrosier. What does he have to say? I tweeted that I had 4 calves in 3 hours, and now it's time for a potty break. And Scotty commented back on the book face, depends. I'm gonna tweet him back and say, I just go outside. I'm gonna say, oh, classic. So now it's 8. Oh God, it's almost 9. So I'm gonna walk through them quick and get ready to go home. Word. Look at all the little babes. Little babies. They're even feisty at this age. So we just got done fertility testing these big boys. All of them passed. releasing them on back to where they belong. Whoever believes in cows that sleep standing up and that cow tipping-ish, that is a cow sleeping right there. Looks to me like she's laying on the ground. So these right here are a set of twins we had 2 mornings ago. And she's an old cow. She's got to be almost 12. And we kind of figured this might be her last pregnancy. Of course, she had to go out with a bang. Had a set of twins, twin bull calves. And they probably weigh about 40 pounds each. She ain't a very big cow. But they're just as cute as could be. They're like little puppy dogs. Aren't ya? Mom, where are you? So it's Friday night, about 10:30, and I'm back on late check. And wouldn't you know it, before I got the weekend off, you get a little flurry of calves. And just to make matters even better, let's take a gander outside and see what kind of springtime weather we have. Just take a look at the door. Probably not going to just be able to shoot much video. My battery's almost dead, so I'll show you what it's like outside. Not exactly your perfect conditions to have calves in. Actually, when I got out here, there was water. Alright, back inside. Actually, when I had gotten out here, there was already one that had just been born, so I got here just in time. I got it in. not fun. So I'm staying out here till my shift is done, probably about 2:30ish. So it's gonna be a long night. Cause the wind is so bad. It's bad. It must be blowing like 40 miles an hour.
It's bad. It must be blowing like 40 miles an hour. It's bad. It must be blowing like 40 miles an hour.
So when we last left our cowboy, it was a windstorm pretty much, and I think it was about 4.5 hours ago. Well, since then I've had 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is, that's AM. So I've had 4 calves in about, 9:45. 4 calves in 5 hours, which doesn't seem like a whole lot, but when you already got full pens, we only have so many pens here, and most of them were full. Because we've had a couple sets of twins this week, so we got to keep them in a little bit longer, and we had one that was a little slow to mother and nurse right away. So when you got full pens, it's a lot of shuffling cows and calves around, and they don't always like that, and neither do I, but it's what has to happen. So it's 3 o'clock. I'm gonna hang around here, I think, for another half hour to make sure everything's quiet, and then I'm heading out. Good night. I hope I don't have any boogers. It's freaking cold out. Okay, good night.